Are you ready to explore the limits of what you could do with a course?
Give it to me. I'm ready.
Have you heard about CodeFast?
And I've seen some tweets this week. I didn't watch the launch video.
No, me neither. I on purpose try. I just saw like the first few seconds, and I thought, stop. I have to watch
Yeah,
this with Sandra.
yeah,
And so do you want to watch it together
yes,
for the first
yes.
time? Yeah. If there's no sound,
500,000 views. Oh my God.
Neil, what took
sound?
Yes, good.
you so long? I guess your 9 to 5 became a 9 to 9.
It's an honor to meet you.
We don't have time for that. Sit, Neil. Oh, and on your way out, Trinity, close the door, would you? I don't want his boss to hear what I have to say. You've seen him on Twitter, haven't you? One man, one laptop, $1 million per year with the software he built for himself. Does that make you want to learn how to code, Neil?
You could say that.
And there are all the others, the indie makers, solopreneurs, and whatever they see they used to
Where
call.
is our picture in this? What is this?
And that's in the next course, Sandra.
Okay.
Code to create their freedom. And yet, here you are. You haven't learned how to code. Have you, Neil?
No,
Let me ask you, Neil. Why do you want to leave your 9 to 5?
because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
Okay, can I just say, it's pretty good how you put it together. I know how much time this takes. It's just, it feels almost like conversation, so that's good. Okay.
I know exactly what you mean. You feel it, the urge to create something, to build your own apps and travel the world. But the system has lied to you. Do you want to know the truth, Neil?
What truth?
Drink a little bit of water first. This one is hard to swallow.
Yeah, I also like that. Even though it's a product that he's trying to launch, you can see some humor into it. So, I mean, gotta give it to him for that.
They told you that coding takes years, that it's hard, that you need to watch 100 hours of JavaScript basics before you can even start. But what they didn't tell you is this. Most of these courses were not designed for you. They're built for software engineers, people who want to get a safe 9 to 5 and work at a big company. But you're not like them, Neil. You don't want the cubicle. You want the freedom. What if I told
Okay. This could be seen as an attack by everyone else.
Yeah.
That's not a maker, right? Like if I was a developer right now and I would have went through, actually I am, but I would be a little bit annoyed at seeing this because it kind of seems like you've wasted your time. And I think
And
you can, yeah.
And we all use the word freedom differently. Like maybe for a developer that works in a company from 9 to 5, that's freedom. Once he closes his laptop after 5, he's done. He can go climbing, painting, cooking, doing whatever he wants. Like what we are doing here is not like a freedom.
That's the thing. You know Dan Kulkov, and he was like, yeah, I started indie hacking, so I don't have to answer to a boss. So now I have to answer 24/7 support requests. Yay. You know, like freedom is very subjective to you because does Marc really have freedom from social media?
I don't.
You know? Like, can he not post anymore? Can he not put YouTube videos anymore? I don't think that's an option right now. So, is it really freedom? You know?
I told you there is another way, a smarter way. You don't need to learn everything to get started. Just enough to build your idea, launch it, and get real-world feedback. Now you've got to make a choice, Neil. After that, there is no turning back. You pick any other coding courses. You go back to the grind, spend years learning things you will never use, learn about binary trees, and never launch your idea. Or you pick CodeFast, learn everything
His printer failed when he.
binary trees and never launch your idea. Or you pick CodeFast,
Oh, yeah.
learn everything you need to launch your idea in 14 days.
That's the thing. If you're a developer, it doesn't mean you know how to work with printers. It's just a fact.
The
Ship
printers
it,
are
get
different
feedback, and keep learning as you go. Hey, it's Marc. Well, I'm not Morpheus, but I have the red pill. It's called CodeFast. It's how you go from I want to learn how to code to I shipped my idea in 14 days. It's a coding course that I made with 50 students over the past 9 months. They all loved the course and some even made money with their creation. It teaches you everything you need to know in order to build a tiny online business. It goes from complete beginner with HTML, JavaScript, CSS. Then I'm going to cover some more advanced topics. We're going to go over React, Next.js, Tailwind, CSS. We're going to design beautiful landing pages. We're going to authenticate users. We're going to save users in databases. We're going to charge subscription payments with Stripes and Lemon Squeezy and many other things. There is a link somewhere around this video if you want to check it out, and I hope you'll enjoy it.
I love Marc's
Oh, and
wife
because
in
it's
the
Black Friday,
background.
it's 50%.
Sorry.
I love Marc's wife in the background. She's like, here we go again. She didn't even react. She's just working.
Do you think she knew? Wait.
Look at that. She's like,
It's like
whatever.
watching Netflix. What is this guy doing again? Like with his stupid camera. Yeah. But I really like, I can feel this guy's positivity somehow. I'm not sure if, oh, okay. And he had a discount. Okay. What do you feel?
I think he needed different approach. I think this is very tricky. Like this is very tricky. Like I'm so done with all of these promising things. Learn in 14 days how to code to build your next app and live a freedom and do whatever you want is something that might be true for some people, but for the most of the people, it's like not true.
You think it's not painting the correct picture?
Not at all. Like he said also that he worked with 50 students. Maybe better approach would be like, I worked with these 50 people. They all went through this course. 10% of them have reached 1K MRR in the past 7 months.
Yeah.
You know?
True, because, yeah, but he did mention some of them.
He said some of them made the apps.
But how many?
Some of them made the app something, like he wasn't particular.
But that's the thing with marketing. Is it just omitting some facts and focusing on the positive side, and that's okay? Or is it taking it too far?
It's taking it too far.
Okay, in your opinion.
It's taking it too far. This is like, right now, how I feel, and I love Marc, like I respect all his work. I think he's doing a brilliant job in everything. But he's taking a really big responsibility with this, and that's my opinion. He's promising something that we don't know if it's possible because it's very subjective. Like probably if you close yourself in a hotel room for the next 40 days, you have an idea, you start building, you might finish something and you have a product, I don't know. But in order to make money and live this freedom life that he's talking about, if they understand the freedom word and if that freedom word is the same as what he is selling, maybe like then, maybe. But like, it's impossible. Like this lifestyle has like ups and downs and so many things that you need to give up, and this is not easy stuff. You really need to love this in order to keep going, and I think it goes beyond the code itself.
You need to be a certain type of person as well,
Yeah.
right?
Like, and I don't like this word freedom that is being used for real. Like, and the problematic thing, and I feel bad for Marc because he's taking so much responsibility with this thing that he's selling, because it can backfire on him so easily.
Let's check the website. Learn to code in weeks, not months. everything you need to build your SaaS or any online business, even as a complete beginner. This is fine. There's no promises. I think learn to code is subjective in the sense that when have you truly learned to code? Is it when you've written your first SaaS or first web page, or there's different levels of this. So I guess it depends on your experience, right? You can code and be bad at it, or you could code and be a genius at it, but you still learn to code. Okay. Day 1, learn the fundamentals. Day 2, Day 4, login users and save database. Day 9, set up subscription payments. Day 14, launch your idea. Coding courses are designed for software engineers, not entrepreneurs. Coding as an employee. Invert binary trees. Master 47 sorting algorithms. Memorize something. Read documentation. Write complex code. Blah, blah, blah. Coding as an entrepreneur. Learn only fundamentals. Use AI to code for you. Keep learning on the fly. I feel like this doesn't come well after all the security drama. Like, that was really bad, and I completely disagree with what has happened and how far people would take it. But now it's on everyone's mind, that thing. And then if you say, but you only actually need fundamentals, but then this type of stuff can happen. Like, there is some responsibility that you leak people's data or something, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's in the fundamentals. I would hope that's in the fundamentals, right?
That's why I said he's taking too big of responsibility on his back.
Instead of watching 100 hours videos, start a learning flywheel. So you see, all of these, I actually think they're great. I think when I talk to people that learn to code, I give them the same kind of advice.
How much do you charge for that?
I don't. I just send them to the Westboss website. You know Westboss? Because there is another thing here. And I think the fact that all code courses are made for engineers is not true. I think I actually learned to code the best from these courses, and some of them are free. And these are super hands-on and project-based. So look at this course, for example, okay? 30-day coding challenge. Build 30 things in 30 days with 30 tutorials. And this is some of the stuff that you build, right? Drum kit, a clock, cardio. So the cardio thing could be like, oh, I could make this a small app, custom videos, slide scrolling things, webcam effect fun, these are actually in the same ballpark. What's probably missing from here, so like the last thing is to build a game. So this will get you, I think, to the same spot as Marc will. There are similar courses to it. It's just that what Marc adds is probably the marketing and the selling part of it, which I do have to agree, it doesn't exist. I don't think there is. So all of these have the ultimate purpose of teaching you how to code, but Marc's ultimate purpose is to teach you how to sell, if that makes sense. In that sense, that is what I was talking about, like the 30 things. They're pretty visual, they're pretty using hardware on the device. Like, all of these could turn into apps, but the part from taking a fun learning experience to actually shipping is missing. And I do see like Marc is bringing something new there. And what I was about to say before is this is what I would recommend to every new developer, is to create a project. That's how I learned. My first project, you know what it was? It was
calendar? To-do list?
Close. It was more like accounting, but So I was in a dorm, and we would get beers from Germany, and all of the beers would sit in the fridge, and when you took a beer, you would like put a line on the whiteboard that you took that beer with your room number, right? And every month or something, we would have to, take that out, calculate how much people have to pay for the beers they took, and like do some. So I made an app where people could put it in there instead, so we don't have to use this whiteboard that kind of gets wiped, and then you lose the history and everything and so on. So that was like pretty bold because I didn't know how to code then, but I thought if I try this, I will at the end of it I will know. And it was pretty bad. And I think it took me also 2 weeks, by the way, like 2 weeks to build something by yourself is possible, and you have AI, but I wouldn't have dared put payments on it. That's very scary to do when you don't fully understand, right? So what I did have like some login stuff, but not more than that. So this is quite ambitious. I am a bit concerned that people would read it and think after these 14 days, I can be like Marc. And I think that's the other perspective, that in ShipFast, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's in here somewhere. In ShipFast, he says, "Hi, I'm Marc." Yeah, no, it is here. So I built 25 businesses. The problem is it doesn't say it took Marc 2 years to get here. And now it's 3 years maybe, right? You can maybe figure that out yourself if you read all of this. But that's the thing. 2 years is a more reasonable timeline than 2 weeks. And I bet throughout these 2 years, Marc picked up quite a bit of coding experience as well. So it's very hard to put yourself, like if I'm knee deep into this, I know how to do my marketing, I know my design, I know all my coding. How can I even imagine how it is to start without knowing anything? How long should it take,
That's what I'm scared of as well. That's why I said he's putting too much pressure on himself. I would rather if he showed us the 50 students he worked with, the use cases from them, what they have built, what they have achieved. And it's totally fine to say, like, you go through the course for 14 days, but then you make things and build things around for next 7 months.
Yeah.
Because, like, and then in the video we have this 9 to 5 thing, which is like don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. Like, not yet. I bought a course. I'm gonna quit my job. No.
Does he say this on the website?
Don't do that.
If your dream is a desk job, I can't help you. I teach entrepreneurs how to quit their 9 to 5 jobs. That is bold. I get it though. Do you want to be responsible for these people that quit their jobs, don't make $1 from their apps because they suck at it, and then end up where, hopefully not on the street, but it's a huge responsibility. But maybe that's why it worked for Marc, because he's the only one that has the courage to do this.
Yeah, but he's taking too much pressure. Marc, you're taking too big pressure on yourself. And I'm like, the only reason why I'm saying this is because I respect so much his work and I think he's brilliant, but it's too big of a pressure. Like red pill, blue pill, 9 to 5, build an app, live a freedom, go surfing, travel the world. Yeah. Like we have like five guys.
Can I get a refund if I don't?
What the fuck? Right. We have like 5 guys in the community that he's comparing to. And all of these people went through a lot of stuff. Like Nico he would lock himself in a hotel room for like 3 months to build things. Like, this is not easy.
Peter Levels literally has 97 apps that he built.
He doesn't build these apps in like 14 days, test the market.
Well, maybe now.
Maybe now, but like at the beginning, I don't think so. So what I'm trying to say is that, we've been like, how long are we doing this podcast?
Actually, 1 year exactly.
1 year exactly.
Next week.
We had
We haven't celebrated. What the?
Okay, we celebrate that
Sorry.
next week. But like we had maybe 10 people during this 1 year that we were seeing the growth from like 0 to something.
From scratch.
Exactly.
Yeah. We discovered them when they were shipping their first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and it takes a year pretty much. Like if you are really lucky, you might see things faster than that. But it's not this dreamy and it's not the freedom that we are talking. Like to reach this freedom that Marc is talking about, it takes years. That's why I'm the only reason why I'm this emotional, because it's maybe there are people that can take on this challenge that are like just starting out, that are in their like, I don't know, 20s or 50s. This fits for people 20s or 50s. Everything in between is very risky. I think there is nothing more beautiful than building something of your own and figuring out how to market that and talk with people and be part of the community and help others and see how people will help you and be excited about it. But chasing freedom and money is a little bit something that is harder on me to accept because I know how difficult it is. This is not an easy path.